Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. So the dev diary has been out in relation to Elite Dangerous Odyssey. That has said it's going to be coming early 2021. So can we expect it January the 1st? More than likely Q1 perhaps, but hey, you know how these things go. Not much really shared. A couple of points that I took when going through the whole the video, which is only 4 minutes 52 seconds long. It's all focusing obviously on the footfall. It's focusing on you getting out of your ship and walking around planets, that first person aspect of things. And one of the developers turned around and did say that, you know, he wanted everyone to have that Neil Armstrong moment of stepping out onto an undiscovered, unexplored world, and really having that level of anticipation and excitement as you do that. Be able to hear your breathing inside your helmet and your suit, which, let's face it, up until now, your helmet and a suit, the helmet comes on when they blow your canopy out and you're wearing a flight suit, or if you've sprung for some other sort of clothing, you're wearing some other sort of clothing, which would be interesting to find out that if you are wearing something non-flight suit like, do you change into a flight suit, a proper full-on spacesuit before going out, or are you going to walk around in your funky jacket? I don't know. So also they mentioned something about vegetation and having a sampling tool, perhaps a little bit like No Man's Sky, where you can scan things, add things into your codex, and then that data then can be stored and then you can sell it. A bit like how we're getting the cartographic data now, and that sort of exchange of data can then be exchanged for rewards. What sort of rewards would this be? Perhaps it could be, I don't know, weapons, flashy bits for your suit, flashy bits for your sampling tool. Upgrades to all these aspects could more than likely be added into the game. So like I say, you know, definitely sort of a vibe there for No Man's Sky. And they have mentioned that a lot of the planets and the in-game engine is going to change to accommodate these high-grade visuals that we're seeing. And we see, you know, a picture of, you know, the SRV on the ice worlds, the rocky worlds. The lead programmer, principal programmer, came on and said, yeah, you know, we've got all this data about what these planets are made of, you know, what's their pressures, what's their gravity like, and now we're going to see all those aspects in there, like the basins and the rocky outcrops, things like that. So it's really going to be, I think, something visual to behold. Will my PC run it? Now that's what we're all asking. You know, I've got an i7 1070 GTX, so it's nothing breathtaking. Runs Elite Dangerous alright, runs a lot of games alright, really. What's the spec on getting the most out of Elite Dangerous Odyssey, I wonder? You know, and they haven't mentioned anything in addition to the gameplay, because they're saying, well, they're still nailing that down. Well, you know, okay, so it's the end of August now, right, give or take. It's the 18th of August, middle of August, whatever. Before you know it, it's going to be December. After December, it's going to be 2021. We all know how that works. Hopefully be better than 2020. And then we're going to be straight into the area where they're saying that it's going to be released. So, while I think conjecture and speculation is going to be rife on this from the community in regards to Elite Dangerous, I think experience has taught us not to have such a high expectation. Yes, we'll be able to get out. Yes, we'll be able to walk around some planets. Are there going to be some missions? Are we going to be able to shoot people? How do we get from our ship out into our spacesuit and out onto the planet's surface and then back again? Can you get in and out of your SRV like you get in and out of your spaceship? If there's a lake on a planet, can you go swimming? This scanning tool, can you hit people with it? Can you get an attachment that's got a weapon on it? Or are those two completely different things? Yeah, this Neil Armstrong moment. How are they going to do that? I wonder. Are they going to rejig the exterior camera as well, so you can get even better shots of yourself in this in-game engine? Because, as a content creator, I use the external camera quite a bit to do this. And as a result of which, I get some, I think, stunning visuals, to be perfectly honest with you. The bag with the vegetation, and we've seen the vegetation. Bit boring, innit? I forgot to say. Trees, you want some trees. Stuff like that. And they only gave a sample of the stuff, to be fair to them. And like they say, they're still nailing an awful lot of it down. In regards to installing the game, because it's going to be a massive engine update, how big's that update going to be? Are they going to charge for it? Who knows? What other missions and getting out and walking around on planets is great. Fantastic. What else is on the roadmap? Could it be getting out walking around on space stations? Now this is all wild speculation and conjecture, like I say, but with little bits of information being released, there's only part 1 of the dev diary being released. It's going to lead to this sort of speculation and these sort of questions. Anyway, I've been Ricardo. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video and me ranting for a little bit. Check back for more videos of Elite Dangerous in the series and the other games I'm currently playing on the channel. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.
Elite Dangerous is a fantastic game which spans back over pretty much 4 decades now. It's a massively multiplayer game in its current iteration, where you get to become a space pilot and fly around the Milky Way, and that Milky Way is represented 1-to-1. It's a fantastic technical achievement.
With Odyssey, it's the development of everything that was cool and great and unique about the original game, but taken forward and with a new dimension added, and that new dimension is that you are now able to traverse this environment on foot.
The first time even that you get out and you actually see your ship in front of you and you understand how massive these ships actually are is kind of awe-inspiring.
It's actually really quite dangerous. You are millimetres away from the vacuum or from a thin atmosphere that could kill you in an instant. So the idea that you were enclosed in this suit and you could hear your own breathing was a really important part of the experience as far as we were concerned. One of the key things I really wanted to push was the idea that you'd kind of get that Neil Armstrong moment when you actually set foot on a planet for the first time. It had to have a slight emotional resonance to it. It had to feel like you were literally touching the ground for the first time. It's something we've hinted at with the ships, but now you can really do it.
Exploration's always been a huge part of Elite. What's new is the fact that for the first time you'll be able to visit planets with light atmospheres.
We have all of the data for these worlds that we create. Which planets have what types of atmospheres, their surface pressures, composition, their temperature. Now we get to recreate it for you to explore.
We're really striving to make our planets look fantastic from an on-foot perspective where you can get much closer to them. This is both with new rocky planets and new ice worlds which look absolutely incredible.
Worlds heavy in ice will end up with ice world specific formations. You'll end up with lineae, palimpsests, cryovolcanism. On worlds which are more rocky, you will end up with your mountains, your canyons, your ridges, your seas, basins like on the moon.
The rocky planets have been upgraded to the point where now even the distant view looks so different. You're getting details that were never there before.
Another exciting element of these new planets and these new terrains which the light atmosphere affords are some more vegetation, some more flora.
The flora that we're producing, we've been really interested in making sure that they feel like convergent life, so that they're recognisable to us as different genuses and species, but they are also quite alien in themselves. We want them to be plausible though.
The first time a player encounters one of these new organic life forms, they'll be able to sample it and extract genetic data from that organic life form. They can then log that in their codec, but also take back some of that genetic information as data and then trade that for rewards back at starports and planet ports.
Elite has always had a great heritage in allowing people to explore and rewarding them for finding things, and obviously we're going to continue that on foot. So we've got billions and billions of planets out there, and we're really wanting our community to engage, go into the black, set foot on new planets, get that moment where they are the first to set foot there and be able to report that back in.
Exploration in particular, I think, generates those kind of magical moments where it's very, very difficult to get anything close to that playing anything else. It's something that's really unique to Elite.
I think what Odyssey really represents for our players is the fulfilment of the promise that we made right at the very start of Elite, that we would finally allow people to get out of their ships and walk on planetary surfaces. We have the full scale where you can fly from one end of the galaxy to the other, and now you can land on some of the planets and explore them on foot.